to the Spurs news. We're going to start with the headlines and what this video is going to highlight or talk about. Just a few gossips, and then we're going to talk about the game predictions and the lineup for Tottenham Hotspurs versus West Brom, and then the rest of the games in the Premier League, which are going to be played tomorrow. Please don't forget to join our fantasy, and don't forget to watch the video for the game predictions that are happening today. And let's spur our way to glory. All right, thank you for joining us at the Spurs News again. This is Muafa Abushanab. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Now, if you have any ideas for videos for us to make, please don't forget to share them with us in the comments below. Let's start with tomorrow's game, West Brom versus Tottenham Hotspurs. Slaven Bilic is an amazing coach, we know that, but West Brom are struggling very much in this league and in this season especially. Now, that being said, they can do some damage, especially that our defense is weak, and by meaning weak, it's sloppy, and sometimes we can concede pretty easily. That being said, let's start with the lineup prediction. First off, of course, Hugo Lloris is coming back in goal, and that's a given. The French champion is going to be proving that he's a big rooster in goal. And then I think the center back combination that Mourinho thinks is the best is finally what we were thinking, which is someone with Alderweireld. Now, Dyer might not be my preferred choice at the Spurs News, but I think Alderweireld and Eric Dyer are Mourinho's favorites. Now, that being said, we're going to play the flying Spanish player on the left-hand side, and that's going to be Roguillon. I think Ben Davies going back to the bench. And then on the right-hand side, Doherty's sloppy, but he does go forward and gives a lot of potential for us to score goals and gives us a lot of options. So Doherty is coming back again and going to play this game from the get-go. And I think in the center position, we're going to see, of course, Ndombele starting this game with, I think Moussa Sissoko has made a statement in the last couple of games, and he has proven that he's still worth all the opportunities that he's given. Now, Dele Alli, of course, is going to be out of the picture. So we're going to see either a Lo Celso or a Harry Winks, but we will tip Lo Celso to start this one, given that he put in a good performance last game out in the Europa League. Then we're going to see, of course, top three is Heung-min Son is going to come back to start the game along with Harry Kane, his preferred partner. And then on the right-hand side, I do see that Gareth Bale will start this game because he's proving that he is able to start, but maybe not stay for 60 or 50 minutes. I think at halftime he will be replaced by Lucas Moura or Steven Bergwijn, who put in a decent performance last game out. Now, I think that being said, we're going to have to forget about one of our players, which is Dele Alli. He's not going to be having a future at the club, and I think he's going to be swimming with the fish, not the sharks. Sorry for this metaphor. Maybe it's bad, but yeah, just our opinion here at the Spurs News. Now let's get to Slaven Bilic. Slaven Bilic is known for counterattacks and very good teams, but we have seen him lose his job at a couple of clubs before, and I think that West Brom will not be able to stay in the league if they don't bring any new acquisitions in the January window. So I think the score is going to be a 3-goal difference, and it could be a 4-1. We did predict the right score for the Europa League game. Please remember that our score predictions are not giving the exact score, but a goal difference, because we don't know how sloppy our defense is going to be, and that's why we cannot give you an exact score. A goal difference is more likely to be right than a specific score. So we're going to concede a goal, but I think we're going to run riot by scoring 4 goals or more. Let us know what you think about that. Now, we're going to predict the rest of the games, and the highlight of the week, of course, is Man City versus Liverpool. Don't forget to watch that game. Even if not a fan of any of these teams. I'm not myself, but I think Liverpool should be able to punish Guardiola's tactics that are seeming to be out of out of control and not in at all. They seem old-fashioned and are not working for him. Now, that being said, Pep Guardiola does set up a good team and good combination plays, but it seems like all the teams have figured it out already and they are not coming up with anything new. So the tiki-taka might be becoming a waka-waka. So I don't know, Pep Guardiola is trying to, maybe he needs to change the system a little bit or look for a new philosophy to ingrain in this team that he has right now. And they are weak in front. To be honest, they need a good striker, which they don't have in a Gabriel Jesus, like the one they had in Sergio Aguero. Now, hopefully, Sergio Aguero will start the game and be able to give some headache to the Liverpool weak defense, which we have seen over the past few games. They are losing one of their best defenders to injury, so Liverpool are looking very vulnerable at the back. But Diego Jota is proving to be one of the best acquisitions they made this last transfer window, past couple transfer windows. He had scored a hat-trick in Europe, and he could be a big surprise for Man City at the back. We're going to predict the scoreline for this game. Liverpool is going to win it, but we think it's only going to be very close and narrow, and it's going to only be a 2 or 1 goal difference. To be honest, we're going to stick to a 2-1 score to be realistic, because both defenses are not so good. Alright, let's go to the other game. Arsenal-Aston Villa. Aston Villa is unpredictable this season and have been doing very good, but as you know, Arsenal are being very solid at the back and in the center of the park because of this system Arteta has been putting in, focusing on the back and making sure that they are confident on the ball, which Arsenal were not doing at all last season. As we've seen, they're very confused when they are caught out of possession and they don't know what to do. And surprisingly, the big-haired guy, you know him, David Luiz, is looking like a defender finally for them. So there we're going to say that Arsenal should be able to win by a 2-goal difference, because they do have a solid team, to be honest. Aubameyang and Pepe and a lot of players in midfield could change the game at any time. I'm just disappointed that I don't get to see the creativity of Mesut Ozil. We're going to have a video about that. Just stay tuned. Okay, the last game we're going to review this video is Leicester City and Wolves. Leicester City and Wolves is going to be a complicated game, to be honest. Both teams are on the up, and Leicester City have shown that they are a very competitive team and very good in all of the positions. They've improved very massively during the transfer window. Castagna was a great acquisition. Iheanacho showing that he is a good player after all these seasons, and Maddison is a great midfielder that we missed on according to reports. I don't want to dwell on these things right now, but I want to say that they are having a good season. Wolves have a great player in midfield, which came from Barcelona. Everybody knows the monster I'm talking about, Traore. If he's on top of his game, he should be able to score along with Raúl Jiménez. That being said, we're going to predict a score of a 2-1 or 1-0 for Leicester City, because they are proving to be an amazing team. Vardy is going to have to say something during the game. Before we close, just a few gossips that we have for you. Pundits are calling for Mourinho to start Gareth Bale. Now, we predict that he will start, but that's what a lot of pundits are saying. He should unleash Gareth Bale on West Brom. Surprisingly, Agbonlahor, who didn't know how to play or didn't play in many good teams, is becoming a pundit and has a lot to say about things. He's saying that no one is passing to Gareth Bale and he doesn't understand why he's not given a lot more opportunities, blah 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 blah. Well, Agbonlahor, you just need to watch some of Mourinho's press conferences and you would understand why not. Now, that being said, that's all we have at the Spurs news today. Thank you for watching the Spurs news. Let's spur our way to glory and have a great night. Spurs news, tracking down every detail. Transfer news, every gossip, every finished move. Game predictions, analyzing